Good afternoon. I'm Michaela Duncan. I'm the registered dietitian that's going to be working with you
Hi,
today.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Kelly.
Kelly. So the first week back in from the holidays, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. I got to see the whole family. Everyone came in for the holiday. Everyone made a meal. It was really great. I ate so much. It was fantastic.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving meal?
Honestly, mac and cheese. I'm kind of a child still.
Yeah, I love mac and cheese. That's always been my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make anything for Thanksgiving, or you kind of just?
No, I didn't make it myself. I kind of just watched football, sat on the
Yeah.
couch, and then joined in for the fun part.
I mean, that's the best way to go about it.
I agree.
So, can you tell me a little bit about why you're in here today?
Yes, so I went to my primary care doctor, and I went in for the checkup, and they told me that I had high cholesterol, and they didn't want to put me on a prescription yet. They said they wanted me to try and lower it on my own through my diet,
Okay.
and I don't really know where to begin with it.
Okay, so they pretty much, did they give you any recommendations, or just?
Not really. They just referred me to you.
Okay, all right. So, about how long ago did you receive this diagnosis?
Last week.
Last week? Okay. Was this shocking news to you?
Yes and no. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have the best diet. Like, I
Okay.
kind of just eat whatever I want, and like, I don't really think about it. So, like, was I surprised that they told me? Kind of, but it also makes sense because I don't really watch what I eat. So,
Okay. So, what would you say are some of your favorite foods?
I like cheese a lot. I eat
Okay.
a lot of potatoes. Steak is really good. I do eat out kind of a lot. I really like Taco Bell and McDonald's. I probably eat out a little bit more than I should.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you eat out how many times a week would you say?
I would say I eat out about 4 times a week.
Okay. 4 times a week? All right. So, what do you hope to gain out of this nutrition counseling session?
Well, I guess how I would lower my cholesterol. Like, I
Mhm.
really don't know where to even get started with that. Like, I'm sure eating healthier is something I need to do, but like, in what ways? Is there like ways that I can still like eat what I want, and is there like a moderation? I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. So, I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about cholesterol since you said your doctor didn't really go over it with you.
Mhm.
Just so you know, cholesterol, a lot of people in America are diagnosed with high cholesterol, so you're not alone. It's naturally found in the body, so it's not like cholesterol is necessarily a bad thing, which I feel like a lot of people kind of portray it as. Like in the media, it's kind of seen as like a no-no. But it's when it becomes a problem is when your cholesterol becomes too high, and that's going to be from like saturated and trans fats. And so saturated fats are going to be things from like red meats, a lot of animal fat, and then trans fats are going to come from like fast foods and like really processed foods. And so high cholesterol is a problem because it increases the risk for heart disease and stroke and a lot of other complications. And so that's kind of why we want to lower your cholesterol, just so we can prevent such things from happening. And then there are also 2 types of cholesterol, and these are LDL and HDL. And LDL stands for low density lipoprotein, and this is like what's considered the bad cholesterol.
Okay.
And the reason it's bad is because it'll kind of like clog up your arteries, and this is what's when it starts to form like plaque, and then blood can't flow through, and that's what ends up causing heart disease.
Okay.
And so HDL cholesterol is what is considered the good cholesterol, and this is high density lipoprotein, and this will like take the LDL cholesterol and carry it to the liver, where it'll be transferred to break down, and then it'll be transferred into waste. And so what we really want to do is increase your HDL and lower your LDL.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm kind of going to do is just, your doctor sent over your 24-hour recall that I think you filled out for him, and we're just kind of going to go over it in more detail, and this will help me like assess kind of like what your typical diet is like. So it says at 9 a.m. for breakfast you had eggs with bacon. Do you know about how many eggs you had?
I had 3.
3 eggs. Yep. And then about how much bacon would you say you had?
I had 4 pieces of bacon.
4 pieces. Okay. And then coffee with whole milk and cream. Do you drink coffee every day usually?
I do, yeah. At least 1 cup. Usually no more than 2.
Okay. And do you always take it with whole milk and cream?
Yep, that's the only way I take it.
Okay. About how much milk and cream would you say you had?
Like, I just kind of pour a little.
Okay, so just kind of like.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, like I'll just say like a dash.
Yeah, a
A dash of each. All right. And then it says at 11 a.m. for a snack, you had potato chips.
Yes.
Okay. Are these just like bagged potato chips, like a mini bag, or like?
No, well, it's cheaper to buy the big bag, so
Mhm.
I usually buy like 2 bags at a time. Still have like buy two for $6.
Yeah.
I like to get the like special flavors of the Lay's. Like they have like bacon mac and cheese, chicken and waffles. I like to try all the new flavors.
So you like the flavored chips?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So like, about how much chips would you say you put in a bag for a snack every day?
It varies day to day. I would probably say about 1 or 2 handfuls. Sometimes
Alright.
I binge and will have like half a bag.
Then around 1 o'clock, it says for lunch you had a double cheeseburger from McDonald's and a Coke.
Yes.
Okay. What size Coke did you have?
I got the large.
You said you normally eat fast food.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it normally McDonald's or?
McDonald's or Taco Bell typically.
Okay. So are you normally getting the double cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Or okay. All right. And then it says around 3 o'clock p.m. you had a snack and it was a smoothie.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about what you put in the smoothie?
Yes, so I went to tropical smoothie for that.
Okay.
It had banana and strawberry in it. I don't really know what else is in it.
Okay.
But I know it tasted very good.
Okay. Do you know what size you got?
I got a medium.
And then it says 6 o'clock p.m. for dinner. You had steak with baked potato and butter.
Yes.
Okay, so with your hands, can you show me like about how much steak you had?
I'd say probably about this much.
And then baked potato. Do you have a whole baked potato?
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat the skin, but I eat everything inside of it.
Okay.
And I usually, add the butter and make it a loaded baked potato.
Okay, about how much butter would you say you had?
Like on a stick, probably about like that much.
Okay, so probably about like a tablespoon.
Yeah, probably about.
And then, is that all you have on your potato? Just butter?
Butter. I sometimes put bacon bits and cheese in there as well.
Alright. And then it says around 8 o'clock p.m. for a snack you had ice cream.
I did.
Alright, was this just kind of like regular ice cream?
It's mint chocolate chip. That's my favorite flavor.
Okay.
I usually eat it about 3 times a week.
About how much ice cream would you say you had?
Depends on the night. Usually 1 to 2 scoops about.
Okay. And then is it usually mint chocolate chip, you said?
Usually mint chocolate chip.
Okay. Alright, so looking at your 24-hour recall, before like I give you any advice or anything, is there anything you see on here that like you think you could change or you think would help lower your cholesterol?
Well, having gone over what causes high cholesterol in the first place, going over what I ate just in this one day, seems like it makes sense that I have pretty high cholesterol. Yeah, I mean, every day I wake up and I have 3 eggs and 4 pieces of bacon, and that I could probably make it oatmeal. And then like occasionally have eggs and bacon because that is my favorite breakfast.
Yeah.
Coffee. I know coffee itself has like no calories, and it's like what you add to coffee is kind of less bad. So maybe I can look into like a lower fat creamer. I'm sure like it won't make that much of a difference in taste, and probably be significantly better for me.
Yeah.
My snacking, so with the potato chips and the smoothie, I'm sure, even though the smoothie has fruit in it, I gotta imagine it's a lot of sugar too, which isn't gonna help. And the chips, I mean, as I said before, I love my chips and I love the unique flavors, but
yeah,
I could probably throw an apple or 2 in there instead.
Yeah, that'd probably be.
I should probably stop going to McDonald's altogether.
I mean, if you go to McDonald's all the time, I would say like cutting it out cold turkey is probably going to be pretty hard. So you said you go there like, would you say 3 to 4 times a week?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, I would maybe try starting to go like 2 times a week and then start lowering it to 1 time a week and then maybe not at all or like on rare occasion, you know? Because if you cut it out cold turkey, then you're probably just going to really be craving McDonald's. And
honestly, even just saying that I need to cut it out right now made me want McDonald's.
Yeah. So I definitely wouldn't start by just like completely cutting it out.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then the hearty dinner. So, I'm tired at the end of the day, and I really am looking forward to that, like, nice full-course meal.
Yeah.
And maybe need to make it a little lighter, because I I know you said with the meat, that can definitely be a contributing factor.
Yeah.
And like as good as steak is, I need to have it in more moderation than I do.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like tell you about some of the major risk factors for cholesterol, and then we can go over prevention. I mean, a lot of the suggestions you made were really good though, so I mean, we're definitely headed on the right track. Basically, the major risk factors are, one of them is genetics and like your family history. Do you know if anyone in your family has high cholesterol or?
Yeah, I know my mom does.
Okay. Okay, so that like could have been one of the reasons it came about. So that, and then another risk factor is like low exercise and eating a diet high in saturated and trans fats. So do you exercise a lot or?
I have a gym membership.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go as often as I probably should? No. It's kind of like every once in a while I feel inspired, I'll go to the gym, but like it's.
But you don't really have like a set schedule.
No, not really.
Okay, so when you go to the gym, is it like cardio, weightlifting?
It's mostly cardio. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get on the elliptical for like 20 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just one of the recommendations to help lower cholesterol, because exercising really helps to increase your HDL and lower the LDL.
Okay.
Is to exercise 30 minutes at least 3 to 5 times a week. Mm-hmm. So, do you think that's something you would be able to fit into your schedule, or?
I think I would definitely have to like figure out how to make it work. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I want to take my health seriously, it's something that I really need to focus on. So yeah. I think I'll just have to sit down and look at my schedule.
I mean, one of the things you could do too is like you don't really necessarily have to go to the gym every day. You can just do small changes like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or like parking in a further parking spot, so you have to walk farther. Just like little things like that. Or like, I don't know, do you have a Fitbit or any sort of like tracker that
I
tracks
actually did just get a Fitbit. I haven't really worn it around much because I kind of noticed how little I walk with it on.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, I know a lot of people like to like be in like competition with their friends and like see how many steps they get. So like if that's something you think would be beneficial to you, you could try that. But I mean, if you also think it's something that might discourage you based on how many steps you get a day, then it might not be the move for you. And also, do you like fish by any chance?
Yeah, I like fish.
Okay, because one of the things we could do, instead of, because I know you said that you like steak, and I'm definitely not going to tell you to completely cut steak out of your diet, but yeah, you do need to eat it in moderation. So one of the things you could eat instead of steak would be things like salmon. Have you ever tried mackerel before?
I haven't, but I'm open to new things.
Okay, it's a type of fish and it's pretty good. And you can always like season them with whatever seasonings you like. And this will just really help because they have omega-3s, which are like the good fats for you.
Okay.
And versus things like steak, which are just saturated fat, and it's not really, like beneficial to your health. Okay, and so we're just gonna kind of go through your diet, and see what we could substitute. So yeah, you said the eggs with bacon. I would say if you're used to having this breakfast, you could have it like 1 to 2 times a week. But the other days of the week, I would maybe just try and stick with eggs and maybe just egg whites. Because eggs are kind of high in cholesterol, and while eggs are definitely not bad for you, but for you, since you have high cholesterol, we want to try and lower it. So I'd maybe try and stick with egg whites. And then the coffee with whole milk and cream, I don't think that's necessarily like contributing to your cholesterol that much, but I would try and stick with either the whole milk or the cream, and maybe not both. And then, so snack for potato chips, I would say another, like you could have this every once in a while, but maybe, I mean, what fruits do you like?
I do like apples and bananas. Those are pretty much, like, I like grapes every once in a while. Strawberries are okay.
Okay, so would you be open to maybe having like a fruit for your snack instead of potato chips every once in a while?
I mean, I'm not gonna enjoy it as much, but yeah, I mean, like, I'll still like it.
Yeah, you could try. Do you like peanut butter?
Yeah, I like peanut butter.
Something I really like is like apples and peanut butter, and that's a really good snack because it provides you with like apples, which have fiber, and that'll help lower your cholesterol, and then peanut butter, which is a healthy fat. And then for lunch, so the cheeseburger from McDonald's. Yeah, I would just try and limit this, like I said, 1 to 2 times a week at first. Is McDonald's for lunch, is that just kind of like a convenience thing? Like, do you not really have time to make lunch, or?
Yeah, normally, like, I have like a 30-minute lunch break, so like I I always mean to bring my meal from home, but I never do, and then I just like cafeteria food's not very good, so I'll just go run out, grab
Mhm.
McDonald's, and come back.
Okay. I mean, have you ever tried maybe making like your lunches the night before?
That would probably be smarter because I tend to sleep in the morning, and then I
Yeah.
don't have time to make it in the morning. So
Yeah, I know for me it's really hard to like make food in the morning or do anything really extra in the morning. So maybe try and just make your lunches the night before. That way you'll have them ready, they'll be made, and then you don't really have to like
yeah.
go to alternative options like McDonald's. And then what sort of things would you like for lunch other than McDonald's? Like what kind of lunches do you like to make for yourself?
I like sandwiches. Like
Okay.
that's pretty good.
Maybe like a tuna or not tuna. Do you like turkey?
Turkey. Turkey's okay. I think it's a little dry for like an everyday
Mm-hmm.
type thing. I don't dislike turkey, I guess.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it like all the time.
Okay, what are some sandwiches that you like?
I like ham a lot.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, the classic peanut butter and jelly is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like salami, chicken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, a lot of those are good options. Like you could try and do a chicken salad sandwich, where it'd be like you could use low fat mayo, and then you could use like some onions and some seasonings in it, and that could be a good option for you. Or just like anything that you suggested would really be good. And then for your smoothie, that's not a bad option. I would just maybe suggest when you go, if you go to Tropical Smoothie, like kind of asking them what's in their smoothies, and if they have like added sugar, maybe just be like, oh, could you not add sugar into it? Because a lot of times they'll just add like tablespoons of sugar, and you could just maybe be like, can I just have like whatever fruits in it,
Okay, that makes
or
sense.
something like that. So that could be like an easy suggestion. Dinner, steak with baked potato. So yeah, like I suggested, maybe trying to have salmon or chicken, just because these are going to be leaner for you, and they're not going to have saturated and trans fats. And then for your snack, so the ice cream, is that something that you have all the time?
It's not like an everyday thing, but like I would say about 3 times a week is how often I have it.
Okay, so would it be pretty hard if you could give that up right away?
I mean, like I said, like it's not like I would like to give it up, but like I mean, like I said, that's the reason I'm here is because I want to be healthier and not have this issue. So I mean, it's doable. I probably could at least do like maybe 1 time a week until I can get it like completely out of my system and just have something to look forward to.
Yeah, I would say maybe trying to like have it 1 time a week, like you said, and then instead of having ice cream, you could try something like chocolate milk, or I mean, because chocolate milk like it has sugar in it, but it's gonna be a lot better of an option for you than ice cream. Or you could try. Have you ever heard of banana ice cream?
No, I haven't.
It's you take 2 frozen bananas and you blend it up with just like some milk and a little bit of peanut butter, and it's so good, and it tastes just like ice cream.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
and it's a lot better for you than like regular ice cream, which is going to be loaded with added sugars. It's just all like natural sugar.
Okay.
After today's session, what do you think would be 2 realistic goals for you to try and incorporate into your diet?
Okay, so definitely cutting out the fast food. I think your suggestion of making my meals the night before is going to be really helpful because definitely every time I tell myself I'm going to make lunch in the morning, I just never do, or like very rarely ever do.
Yeah.
You wake up and your alarm's going off a little bit earlier, and you're like, and you just don't want to get up. So I definitely think if I make an effort to the night before make my meals, that's something that's really going to be able to cut the frequency of the fast food out of my diet.
Okay. Right here.
Okay.
Just write down like your goal of cutting out the. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think would be a second goal that would be realistic for you?
I would say incorporating more fruit into my diet for snack purposes, other than just like having stuff like potato chips. Like I can just tell, like just casually eating the chips is probably not that good. I'd rather be, and I don't dislike fruit, so it really wouldn't be that bad of an option to like snack on.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so if you want to just write that goal down. All right. Well, do you have any other questions after today's session?
I don't think so. I learned a lot today. I kind of had my eyes opened a little bit more to like why I have this high cholesterol and like specifically what I'm eating that's causing it. So it was very helpful.
Okay, well that's awesome. So for next session, we can just kind of focus on your goals of making your lunch the night before and kind of having a little bit of a healthier option than McDonald's, and then also making fruit a snack or something like a healthier option as a snack than something like potato chips.
Sounds good.
So I'll see you next month, Kelly.
All right.
It was
Thank you
great
so
meeting
much.
with you.